No, seriously, I wish they hadn't shut down. That was the best veggie burger I've ever had in my life. What do you think you're doing? Having dinner? You're drinking. Yep, I'm a big girl. You're drinking in public. They do serve alcohol in public places from time to time. You're a teacher. Ah, there it is. I'm so sorry. Do I know you? I'm Junior's mom. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you since we missed you at back to school night and meet the teacher night and conference night. Oh, don't think you can distract me from what you're doing here in front of my child. Yep, I'm having a whole margarita because I'm a grown-up. Ugh, disgusting and sarcastic. You just wait until I tell your boss. You're gonna go tell my boss. That's right, that I was drinking alcohol. Mm-hmm. As a whole-ass adult, off the clock. Not at work. You get I'm not at work, right? That doesn't matter. You're a teacher. You always have to conduct yourself as if a student could see you at any time, because clearly they can. Well, good luck with that conversation. I look forward to either never hearing a word about it because she's just going to laugh about it on her own and then forget about it, or I'll look forward to having a really good laugh with her at how fragile you are at me being a human outside of my occupation. I'm going to the bathroom. Don't fall in. Miss Minx, I'm sorry. Hey, Junior, sorry for what? You haven't done anything. My mom is so embarrassing. Well, you don't have to be embarrassed about what other people do. You just take care of yourself, right? Yeah, but my mom struggles with, what do you call it? Emotional regulation? Yeah, that. She just flips out over nothing. And she's drinking a gin and tonic, so I don't understand why you can't have a lemonade. Oh, you were thinking this was a lemonade? Yeah, but I don't know why you put salt on the glass. Unless it's a limeade. I've heard it's really good with tahini. Is that tahini? No, but it's salt. Don't worry about anything. You're just fine. You have a good evening with your family, okay? All right. See you in class. Do teachers really have to deal with that a lot? I don't even know. That was a first for me, but the general public does a really good job of putting teachers into a tiny little box and expecting them to stay there, so that's wild. Yeah, it is. All right, so you can either do the work individually or with a partner, but please make sure your conversations are on task. You do need to get this done today. Miss Manx? What's up, Tara? I'm so sorry. I was wearing my watch out of habit and I noticed my mom texted me and it looks like it might be important. Is it okay if I, Yeah, that's okay, but please make it quick. You are still responsible for your work today. Of course, I totally get it. Thank you. Tara, is everything okay? Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't look fine. Are you sure you're... I'm okay. I promise. All right. Yeah. Do you have a jacket I could borrow? Don't forget the negative. Do you have a jacket I could borrow? Yeah, there you go. Got it. All right, everybody. We've got about 4 minutes left, so go ahead and finish the problem you're on. Get your stuff gathered up. Tara, I almost forgot. I've got something for you. Can you come up here real quick? Oh, yeah. Thanks. What's going on? Okay, Tara, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to pry into your personal life. If it really is nothing, that's fine. It's just, you have not seemed okay since getting that text message, and I've seen you whispering to some students around you. I'm okay, I promise. I need to find a jacket to borrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you cold? You could have told me. No, I'm not cold. I don't need it right now. I need it at the end of the day. At the end of the day? Okay, is this related to the text message from your mom? I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Yeah, my mom texted me to let me know that my uncle's gonna be at the house when I get home, so, I should be prepared. And you're preparing by looking for a jacket? Yeah, just extra layers, cover up. Cover up what and why? Miss Minx, I'm really sorry for being disruptive. I swear I won't do it again. You weren't being disruptive. I'm not worried about that at all. What I'm worried about is cover up what and why. Cover up me? Because my uncle's gonna be there? How old is your uncle? 40. And why? Why do you need to cover up around your uncle? It's so embarrassing. Tara, I'm gonna tell you right now, you have absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about, and what you're wearing is completely acceptable. Why do you need to cover up around your uncle? So that I don't tempt him with my sluttiness. Oh my God! Who said that to you? What you are wearing is completely acceptable, so why do you need to cover up around your uncle? So I don't tempt him with my sluttiness. Oh my God, who said that to you? No one said it to me exactly, but it was communicated to you in some way. What was said to you? Last time that my uncle was over, like after he left, my mom came to me and said that he had gone to her and told her that if she couldn't get like a better handle on my sluttiness, that he wouldn't be able to like hold himself back or something like that, and said that I was tempting him, like the devil tempting him. Sickening. That is I was wearing a t-shirt and jeans. I didn't mean to. Oh, no. Honey, you're not sickening. Your uncle is sickening. Your uncle is the sick one in this entire... Frankly, I'm sorry, but your mom is a little sick for allowing him to be around you. I mean, he is her brother. And you are her child. She is responsible for you. She is not responsible for her brother. He is a whole ass adult, and he needs to handle his mess without your mother, because she is supposed to be in charge of and taking care of you. And she clearly isn't right now. Miss Banks, look, I hear what you're saying, but there's nothing that anybody can do. He hasn't actually done anything, so, I mean, anything you know of. What is his first and last name, if you don't mind me asking? 𝓹𝓮𝓷𝓰. Thank you for letting me know. Would you mind checking in with me before you go home at the end of the day, please? I'll make sure I have a jacket, I promise. You shouldn't have to have a jacket, and I'm going to be making a couple of phone calls today. Miss Banks, what are you gonna do? I can't get my uncle in trouble. My mom will blame me. Oh no, she won't. She better not. You do not need to worry at all, Tara. You do not need to worry today whatsoever. I promise you that. All I'm gonna do today is advocate for you, okay? Might be weird to say this, but kind of feels like a first in my life, so thank you. I'll see you later. See you later, and have a good day. A teacher should never be the first fucking person to advocate for a kid. Where's my phone? First, we'll just check a couple of sites. Yes, hi, I'm a teacher at ABC School, and I need to file a report for child endangerment. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, here's all of the students' information, including contact information, parents' names, address, phone numbers, the works. Well, I do believe that this danger is imminent because the person in question is going to be at her house when she gets home from school today. Her mother texted her during my class period to inform her as such. Her behavior immediately changed. Her entire demeanor changed. She had concerns. Okay. No, I understand that he hasn't actually made a credible threat or done anything to her. Right. But he had a fairly unique name, and when I looked it up, I mean, can I just give you the name and you can search it yourself? Like, don't even take my word for it, just look it up yourself. It's pretty bad. Yes, that is exactly what I thought too. Okay. The student is also concerned that her mother will blame her for all of this. Now, I could try and call the mom and have a conversation with her and... Okay. I mean, she trusted me enough to tell me all of this, so Yeah, I can do that, but I'm not going to be coming alone. I will check with our counselors, our social worker, or even a principal if that's what's necessary, but yeah. Right after school. Understood. Thank you. Oh, shit. I'll bring the principal if I have to. Right after school. Understood. Thank you. Shit. Hey, good afternoon. What can I do for you? I need to talk to a counselor, social worker, principal, whoever's available right now. Oh, that sounds serious. Yeah, it really is. If there's more than one person available, then whoever you think would be most likely to be available after school today. I'm thinking you should probably talk to the principal directly. She's in her office. Okay, thanks. Oh, well, to you too. How are you? Hi, principal. You kind of have perfect timing. I need to talk to you. Oh, sounds serious. Is everything okay? I filed a child endangerment report today. Oh, I mean, you know our typical process. You're supposed to refer this to the school social worker and let them liaise the whole process. Yeah, our conversation about how that's a terrible process is for a whole other day entirely, but this was an urgent need, and I have reported through the social worker before. It takes days. This child is going to be in danger at the end of school today, so I took action, and I'm happy that I did, but I need you for the next step. I don't understand. You need me? There is going to be somebody at the student's house after school to potentially take somebody into custody. And they really wanted somebody the student felt safe with to be there when it happens, just in case officials need to talk to the mom. Okay, I'm gonna need you to tell me everything that's happened. What is going on? Okay, here's the entire story. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, see why I made the call myself? Okay, so after school, we will take my car and we will park somewhere nearby. I'm gonna guess there'll be an officer waiting for us and they'll probably tell us where to park. Good point. I will see you at dismissal. Okay. All right, you ready for this? I don't think anyone's ever ready for something like this, but let's go. Oh, they're definitely already. Okay, let me see. Hi, we're from ABC School. Okay, thank you. Where's Tara? Do you see her anywhere? No, not yet, but she might. There's the school bus now. There she is. All right, you and I are just gonna sit and wait. We'll see what happens. I'm also not seeing her uncle anywhere. Wait a minute. Do you think that guy who came out is her uncle? I'm not sure, but it looks like they're trying to figure that out. Oh, that's definitely him. No, I'm going out. Tara, be careful. Oh my God. Oh, she's got to get over. Tara! Miss Manx, what are you doing here? Tara, get in the car. I told you I couldn't get my uncle into trouble. Tara, do you have any idea what your uncle's record looks like? All anybody in my family has ever told me is that he got accused of doing something once, but they figured out that it was a fake accusation and he was just fine. Tara, I am so sorry to be the one to tell you this, but whoever told you that was not being truthful. My mom told me that. Are you calling her a liar? I'm sorry, I know you don't want to hear this from me, but either yes, your mom is a liar or she's completely ignorant of the truth. Have you ever looked up your uncle online? No, because I don't need to. Tara, the way that you were made to feel today just because he was coming over to your house was completely inappropriate on the part of the adults in your life. You should never be made to feel like you did today. Whether or not they're your family and whether or not you love them, they're doing you a disservice. Do you have your phone with you? I always have my phone. Google your uncle's full name and the state that he lives in. I can't believe you did this. My mom is going to blame all of this on me, and it's all because of some stupid false accusation that you've got your head wrapped around and... Oh my God. Google your uncle's full name and the state he lives in. Ugh, I can't believe this. My mom's going to blame this all on me, and it's all because of some stupid idea that you've got your head wrapped around and... Oh my God. Did he really do this? I mean, I wasn't there, or any of the other places. There's more. More? I can't keep reading this. How many kids? I don't think you or I will ever know that for certain, but there's documentation of 4 that... 4? Those are the ones that got him on the registry, but there were a lot more accusations, and some of the parents just didn't even want to pursue it because of the trauma it would cause their kids, and... How the hell is he not in jail right now? I mean, it kind of looks like he's going there now. Good riddance. And my mother knew about this? I have absolutely no idea, Tara. But he was on the registry and he knew that he wasn't supposed to be around you. Now, whatever he told your mom, maybe she just believed it. I mean, he lives in a different state. She obviously wasn't going to court with him. There's no way she didn't know about this. He went to jail. I understand this looks really bad, but I mean... Oh, she is smacking the crap out of him. Go, Mom. Yeah, so you don't really know if she knew or not. Maybe she knew part of the story, but she didn't know the whole story. And maybe she... I mean, I don't know, Tara. You could try and talk... Well, okay. She's coming over here now, so do you want to talk to her? Yeah, but not alone. Will you stay? I mean, I'm here for you, Tara, so if that's what you need, then I'll be here. Tara, can we talk? We can talk right here, Mom. What the hell? Tara, I don't think there's anything I can say to you that will make up for this. You're right about that. I know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I think I had blinders on because he's my brother, and he told me he was accused of something, but that he had been found not guilty, but then he said that he did something really stupid and he got really drunk one night and he got pulled over, and that's what he went to jail for. Oh, and that makes him a good role model, huh? No, sweetheart, of course it doesn't. I had no idea that he wasn't allowed to be around you. You swear? Yes, I swear. I had no idea, and I don't know if you heard what happened out there. I mean, I saw that he got arrested and that you smacked him. Yeah, and I told him I never want to see him again, and how dare he put my child in danger for his own selfish gain, and... You really told him you never want to see him again, even after I'm grown? He has a long, documented history of putting other people's well-being in danger. Family or not, that's not somebody I want in my life, but Tara, you are somebody I do want in my life. Forever. I really thought you were gonna choose him over me after the whole, wanting me to cover up, and yeah, clearly that wasn't the right move, but I don't have any idea how to navigate that. Would you mind if I offered you, like, one suggestion? Yeah, anything. I mean, to put it completely bluntly, while it's incredibly rare that this would happen, if she was walking through the house naked because she left something in another room and there just happened to be a man there, any safe man would avert his eyes. They would never blame her for their impulses. But what will happen in your daughter's life is that she's going to go to a swimming pool. She's going to wear a bathing suit. And if there's anyone in your life that you would feel uncomfortable being around her in her bathing suit, they're not a safe person. They're just not. I am some kind of idiot to think that we were safe as long as we didn't go to the pool with my brother. That's pretty crappy, Mom, that I'm safe as long as I'm not exposed in any kind of way. Yeah. Clearly, I need to rethink a few things. I'm glad you're willing to make those changes. My last piece of advice would just be to listen to your daughter. If she's not comfortable with something, then you shouldn't be comfortable with something. Just end of discussion, you know? Yeah. I think sometimes I just look at her like she's still a little girl, you know? Even little girls should be respected when they tell their safe adults that they're not comfortable around somebody. Good point. Tara, I am really sorry about all of this. I'd really love the opportunity to sit down and talk with you about all of this and find out if there's anybody else in your life that you're not comfortable with and deal with it together. Do you want to come inside? No more Uncle Frank? No more Uncle Frank or anyone else that makes you feel like you have to change who you are or what you look like to make them comfortable. Good. Let's go home. I'll see you later, Miss Manx. Bye, Tara. Glad it worked out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't show what actually happened in the submission that I was using for this. In the submission, the mom chose her brother over her daughter, and the daughter moved in with a friend and the friend's family, and they basically raised her until graduation. If you are a safe adult and you only have safe adults in your circle, you will never have to ask your child to cover up any part of their body for the sake of modesty. If you are uncomfortable with showing a certain part of your body, you should not be projecting that on your children. And you should really be paying attention to the things that other people say about your kids. I swear to God, there are so many walking red flags out there, and so many people just gloss over the things that they say that are really, really inappropriate. Children are children, and until they are adults, it is the parents' job to protect them. Above all else, protect them. Anyway, everyone wanted to know if she turned out okay, and despite the shit that she had to go through after this happened to her and basically losing her mom and her dad wasn't even around, she basically had to start her own life and build her own family, and she's doing really, really well now. But she wanted to share that story so that hopefully there's a parent out there who will stop protecting somebody who's unsafe. Have a good night. Good evening, PTA pals. I see some fresh faces here tonight. We're going to go through all of our old business, all of our new business, and we'll have questions at the end, okay? I have no doubt this will be our best meeting yet. Don't you worry. We are all in good hands with Peggy Sue up there. Oh. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started, all right? So our school spirit Popsicle Friday couldn't happen last week because of the snow day, so we're going to be moving it to this week. Any questions on that? I've got a question. Oh, okay, one of our fresh faces. What's your question? Yeah, sorry, just kind of new to the district. What is the school spirit popsicle party? What? Oh, you are going to love this. You will absolutely gush. Gush. So on the last Friday of every month, any student who wears their school shirt gets a popsicle as a reward for showing their school spirit. I'm sorry. Only the kids who wear a school shirt get a popsicle? Yes, it's only once a month that we ask them to do this, but it's the School Spirit Final Friday Popsicle Party. That's a mouthful. Okay, so do the kids with the school shirts like go to the cafeteria for these, or? Oh no, that's the best part. It doesn't disrupt their day at all. Peggy Sue and I, we come in on the last Friday of every month and we take the popsicles directly to the classrooms so the kids grab their popsicle and they eat while they learn. It's wonderful. So the kids who don't wear a school shirt, well, unfortunately, they won't get a popsicle that day, but they can always do it again the next month. So what about the kid whose parents get divorced and the shirt is at the other parent's house when it's the last Friday of the month? Like, that kid doesn't get a popsicle because his parents don't get along? Well, I mean, in those circumstances, perhaps they could just, buy two. Right, because after parents have already bought 2 houses, 2 beds, 2 dressers, 2 washers, 2 dryers, 2 sofas, 2 kitchen tables, 2 refrigerators, 2 of everything, because you have to do that in a divorce. Now we want them to just go ahead and buy a second shirt as well so their kid can get a popsicle. I think that's going to be a pretty rare occasion, but half of marriages end in divorce. I don't know how you can think that's rare. What about the kid with sensory processing disorder? Sensory what? Sensory processing disorder. I mean, I've only been here for 2 weeks, but my son and Duncan and his class have already hit it off, and Duncan has sensory processing disorder. He only wears certain kinds of shirts, and he will only wear tagless. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but most school districts don't put in the extra money for the kind of fabrics that Duncan will wear. I believe ours are 100% cotton. Yeah, so itchy fabric, seams galore, and no doubt a tag driving him crazy on the back of his neck. So Duncan doesn't get a popsicle because his parents choose to dress him for academic success instead of a meltdown? Look, I understand that there are individual circumstances and perhaps we can make accommodations, but we really shouldn't be making decisions for everyone based on 1 or 2 kids. I'm sorry, but isn't this school sitting at something like 60% of the students getting free and reduced price lunch? I think that's right. Why are any of us assuming that these kids can even afford a school shirt? Well, and before you say it's only $15, I can get your last season reject clothes from the thrift store for $1 to $2 a pop. So I think that's kind of comparing apples and oranges, Brenda, especially when you're on a month-to-month budget. My name's Betty. What about the kids who are rushing in the morning because they overslept and they just can't find their shirt? Or their parent forgot to switch laundry into the dryer and now they're stuck with a wet shirt. Or their parent is just forgetful and forgot to wash the damn shirt to begin with. Okay, I don't think we need the language. Now, I am new here, so correct me if I'm wrong, but if we were going to promise a popsicle party at the end of every month, we would have need to have made sure that the money was already there to ensure that the popsicle supply wouldn't run dry. So there isn't even a fundraising need paired with wearing the shirts. The funds are already there, am I wrong? No. So just give the damn kids a popsicle once a month, for crying out loud. Okay, so I really do understand that you're new here. You're not familiar with how everything goes here. So those popsicle parties, they don't just help boost school spirit, they also encourage families to buy a shirt. And the funds from those shirts do actually help us with other activities in the school. I'm sorry, but I do not understand how you think the best way to bolster school spirit is to give a popsicle to one kid and let them enjoy it while their table mate sits and watches them in despair because they don't get a popsicle for things that are completely outside of their control. I mean, like, don't all schools have anti-bullying policies? How in the world can we say that we're a decent PTA if we're sitting here basically advocating for bullying students for things they can't control? What kind of school is this? Oh, I like her a lot. Yeah, why does my kid get punished because I got divorced? Yeah, she's right. My daughter gets punished every single month because I can't afford to go to the laundromat until after my paycheck, which is always after the popsicle party. I don't know who this gal is, but she is the best addition we've had to this PTA since I got here. Okay, so, it seems we have a motion on the table, though it wasn't properly presented, but, it seems we might have a motion to make the popsicle parties inclusive and allow all students to have a popsicle, whether they're wearing a shirt or not. Damn Skippy. I like you too, man. Okay, I'll take that as a second. Everyone in favor? Unanimous. Okay, the popsicle parties will be for everybody from now on. Let's move on to new business. Well, good afternoon, Miss Manx. Reading? Oh, yeah, it's pretty much the only time I get to myself, 2 kids at home. No worries, I won't disturb you. I appreciate that. Oh, what a morning. They're a rowdy bunch here, aren't they? Yes, they are. Good to see you again, Miss Manx. Oh, you too. I'm just reading. No worries at all. Okay, but I do have a question for you. Shoot. Okay, so nobody actually told me about the bathrooms here. Oh, you mean the cloakroom? Yeah, I did not realize that they let men and ladies go in there at the same time. And Mr. Forster came out of the stall next to me. I thought I was in the wrong place. Well, unfortunately, that's what we have now. I mean, I'm on my period. How am I supposed to feel comfortable tearing open a tampon with a man in there with me? Oh, I know what you mean. I tried to fight it last year, but nobody would listen to me. Yeah, nobody told me when I started here that I was going to be sharing bathroom space with men. I mean, it just makes me so uncomfortable. Well, you can thank the woke agenda for that. So what you're saying is the problem is men. What? That's not what I said. No, she did. I did not. No offense, but this isn't even your conversation. You're absolutely right. This wasn't my conversation, but by having it in front of me, you've made it my situation, so now I'm going to speak my piece. Well, I would love to see how you're going to somehow make this about men being the problem. I agree with her. This situation wouldn't exist at all if it weren't for certain people trying to make us live within their parameters and make us permanently uncomfortable. It's not okay. But you said it yourself. You don't want to change your tampon in the presence of a man. But he wouldn't even be in there if other women don't give a damn about you opening a tampon in a bathroom because we all go through it. Trans men don't care about you opening a tampon in a bathroom because some of them still have a fully functioning uterus. And trans women don't give a damn about you opening a tampon because they finally feel like they're somewhere they belong. The only person you said you were afraid of hearing you open a tampon is men. Why is that? Basic decency? Or is it actually the societal stigma that toxic masculinity has placed on your menstrual cycle? The problem is men. Okay, but without the woke agenda, we wouldn't be dealing with these bathrooms in the first place. Okay, so now it seems like your actual problem is with the way that bathrooms are constructed in America. You know, those huge gaps in the doors making you fear peeping toms. Again, men. Nasty perverted men with violence on the mind making you fear being in their presence alone. Countries all over the world have been using gender-neutral bathrooms for ages, with fully sealing cubicles for privacy and open-air stations for washing hands, which prevents would-be attackers from getting the seclusion that they seek. So again, the problem is men. But it's not all men. But it's enough men, and until it's no men, it's still too many men. Well, maybe if certain people stopped shoving their lifestyles on us, we wouldn't have to deal with this. Maybe if men stopped weaponizing a perfectly normal bodily function to further devalue women, then putting in a tampon wouldn't be so humiliating. And perhaps if men were finally held to account for the violence they continue to perpetrate against women, we wouldn't be so fucking scared to pee and deal with our periods. So now we're doing the toxic masculinity thing? And toxic masculinity has gaslit you into fearing people who have quite literally always existed in those bathrooms that you occupy. What? They've just been always wearing a mask for the comfort of, say it with me, men. And now that they've gotten just the tiniest little bit of validation, toxic men feel threatened and have led the charge to make you fear everything but the men causing the actual problems. Oh, wow. As the adults, the onus is on us to normalize what is normal. Fair. And as a teacher, I can tell what kind of parenting our young male students are getting every single day. Because when a young girl walks out of a classroom discreetly holding a pad in her hand, one boy will quietly go back to his work, while the other one turns to his buddies, pointing, giggling, and whispering. That's awful. That's reality. It's also reality that some of the adults in this school are raising men like the latter. Why are you looking at me when you say that? Your son got suspended 2 weeks ago for unhooking a girl's bra. How do you even know about that? I didn't tell anybody. The kids talk, and your son has been bragging about it on Snapchat. Well, I've never told him that kind of behavior is acceptable. Don't you get it? You don't have to tell him it's not acceptable. All you have to do is say nothing when someone else does something that is unacceptable. I see what she's saying. But how did this conversation dissolve into talking about my kid? Because your boy will be a man before you know it, and your complacency and inaction are telling him that it's okay. I've never taught him that. You don't have to teach it. All it takes is one situation in which your son sees men in your presence cracking jokes about you in an explicit way and you not call them out for him to think that you're okay with it. Well, I can't think of a single time that's ever happened. Last year's staff Christmas party. What happened at the Christmas party? My husband was making some comments about some of my colleagues that we definitely did not find appropriate. What did you do? Well, it was an uncomfortable situation, and she probably felt like she was outnumbered by the 4 men to the 2 women in the conversation, so she laughed it off, which is what a lot of women would do, but her son saw her laugh at that. But I talked with my husband when we got home. Did your son happen to hear that conversation? No, we talked about it in private, and your son missed the accountability part of the conversation, which was the most important part. Wow, this conversation has taken so many turns. You're right, it has. But until we get to the root of the actual problems and stop blaming people who aren't even a part of the scenario, we're never going to make progress. The problem is men. And even though it's not all men, it's enough men until it's none. I gotta get back to class. Guess I'll just finish my chapter later. Damn. Oh, she's so exhausting to work with. I can see why you would say that, but I think I would rather be mentally exhausted from thinking about the intersectionality of all of these problems and what's really causing them than I would to be physically exhausted from constantly fearing for my safety in the face of all of these issues. Come on, pick up. Dang it. Good morning. Good morning. Well, you look like crap. Well, thanks. Girl, you are sick. Why didn't you call in? Well, I tried, but nobody would answer the phone. I called like 5 times, so here I am. Well, I'm gonna see what I can do about getting you out of here. Boss lady's got a meeting first thing over at district office, and then she'll be coming back, so I'm gonna try and find you a sub in the meantime, but she should be sending you home by the time she gets here, for sure. Thank you. Well, of course. Oh, go get yourself some hot tea from the lounge. Will do. God, she sounds awful. My God, no offense or anything, but are you contagious? I don't know. All right, I love you, but you got to stay away from me today. I got that wedding next weekend. I cannot get sick right now. Yeah, I understand. I'll be in my room. Drink some hot tea or something. I will, I promise. All right, everyone, if you could go ahead and take a seat, please. Teacher, you sound awful. I mean, no offense or anything, but are you sick? Yeah, I think I am. Well, why don't you go home? I mean, there's no one to be in here, so it's me. Damn, that's cold. Yeah. No, you're meant to distribute, right? Excuse me. Miss Mapes. Oh, hi, Principal. Somebody told me you're not feeling well today? Yeah, I tried calling you a bunch of times this morning, but, you didn't, you didn't pick up. Yes, I was unavailable at 4:30 and 5 and 5:30 and 5:45 and 6 and 6:15 and I was busy sleeping. Anyway, I just came here to officially tell you that I was coming to let you know that we don't have any subs for you, so you're gonna have to stay here today. I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. Can you say that again? We don't have any subs today, so you're gonna need to stay here. My God, she's not joking. Should I say okay or tell her off? Miss Manx, did you hear me? I'm sorry, but we don't have subs, so we need you to stay. I called you like 6 times this morning, and you couldn't be bothered to answer your phone because you were probably sleeping. So I got up, and I made myself presentable, and I got here, and I have a fever, and I have a splitting headache, and these lights are killing me, and you just watched me barf in a trash can, and you want me to stay. Look, I understand you don't feel well, so make it a low stress day. Maybe have the kids review or work on their missing assignments or something so you don't have to be up on your feet all the time. What about you? What do you mean, what about me? What do you have going on for the rest of the day today that is so pressing that you can't be bothered to step in and support your staff? Well, I'm an administrator. I have so many things on my plate. You have no idea how busy I am. And you tell me, what is it that you have to do that, if not done, will put somebody in a worse position than I am in right now? Well, that's what I thought. So here. Oh, your administrative struggles are not my burden to bear and not my problem to fix. I'm sick. I'm going home. Goodbye. You can get written up for this. Don't care. Ugh. All right, just giving everybody a time check. We've got about 13 minutes left in class. Miss Manx, could I go to the restroom? Of course, Sarah. Go ahead and grab the pass on your way out. Thank you. Okay, walk me through what you did here.
Attention staff, we're going into a building hold. All students in classrooms, please.
Sarah, I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to come back in. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, hon. Hopefully it won't take very long. This is around the time we would start packing up. You're free to keep working on those problems if you're not done yet, but I'm also not gonna force you to work outside of what normally would be our class time. So you guys can just relax and keep the noise down so I can hear any announcements, all right? I'm sure we're not in any kind of danger. They would have told me if we were. Miss Manx? Yeah, Sarah, what's up? I'm sorry, but I didn't get to go to the bathroom earlier. Can I go now? I am so sorry, Sarah, but we're still in a building hold. Do you think you can hold it? Do you think you're gonna have an accident? Well, no, not an accident. Would you like me to call the office and let them know there's a bathroom emergency? See if anybody can... Yes, please, but be quiet about it. Of course, hang tight. Hi, office, it's Miss Manx. I have a student here who urgently needs to go to the bathroom. Is there someone who could...
I can try. What hallway are you in again?
I'm in the B wing.
Oh, no can do. The paramedics are using your hallway for transport.
You're sure?
Yeah, are you sure it's an emergency?
Yes, I'm sure it's an emergency.
I'll tell admin, but I don't think anyone will come.
Seriously?
Yeah, this was pretty major.
All right, bye. Can I go, or is somebody coming, or... Sarah, I am so sorry. I can't give you details, but there's a medical emergency, and our hallway is being used for transportation, and they said absolutely nobody can come out of the classrooms right now. Oh, okay. You've literally been in here with the teacher and you want an excuse to not have your work? No, come on, that's just...
Attention teachers, the building hold has been lifted. Students, you may now go to your next class.
Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Everyone have a good day. Oh, and good luck at your soccer game. Sarah, hang on a second. Did you have an accident? No. Sarah, if you did, it's okay. We were in the middle of an emergency, and I know you were having one of your own, so I didn't have an accident. At least, not that kind. Oh, sweetheart. I tried to tell you. I know, this is not your fault. Yeah, but I still have to walk out of here like this. This is humiliating. Everyone's gonna laugh at me. Not if I have anything to say about it. What can you possibly do? Your next class is trying to get in the door right now. This is not your fault. Yeah, but I still have to walk out there. This is humiliating. Everybody's gonna see me and laugh. Not if I have anything to say about it. What could you possibly do? There's kids trying to get through your door right now. Be right back. You're letting them in? No. Hey, guys, I'm really, really sorry. I had a bit of an accident, and, I've got some help to help me clean. Can you guys just, like, go to the computer lab? I'll have somebody meet you guys there. I'll meet you in the computer lab, okay? Did you just tell them that you had an accident? Sweetheart, I've had 2 kids. I pee when I cough, and I can hardly trust a fart. It's okay if those kids think that I wet myself or something. I don't care. Okay, but they're gonna make fun of you. They're never gonna respect you again. Well, I mean, that's on their character, not mine. So hang tight. I gotta make a phone call. Hey, it's Miss Manx. Listen, I need the nurse to bring 2 jackets down to my classroom. 2? Yeah, that's right. And then after the nurse has gotten back to her office, I need somebody to send the custodian down to my classroom. Hell no. No. Do not send the custodian right now. It is not an emergency of any kind, but I won't be able to have my next class in here until after all of this is taken care of. I need the nurse to bring 2 jackets down. The custodian can come after she's gotten back to her office. Okay. Oh, and can somebody go meet my class in the computer lab? I just need like 5 minutes maybe. Okay, thank you. I don't understand. 2 jackets, one for you and one for me. Whichever one is more your style, you can tell everyone you had in your locker and that you were just feeling cold and then got warm again, so you tied it around your waist. The other one I am going to tie around my waist to make the lie seem even more believable. Okay, but I can't exactly go through the rest of the school day like this. Oh, absolutely not. We're also going to call your mom, have them come pick you up. My mom works all day. There's nobody to come pick me up. Nobody else has to know that, though. You can just be up in the counselor's office or an administrator's office. You could be literally anywhere after you've been picked up. Are we allowed to lie like that? It's really rare that a student will have a teacher say this to them, but I'm going to tell you to lie to your peers. Tell them whatever the hell you want to tell them. You had a doctor's appointment, something. You got picked up early. But at the end of the day, oh, well, we're going to make sure that you get home without anyone else seeing you. Hell, I'll drive you home myself if I have to. Are teachers allowed to drive students? Technically, no. There's a huge liability problem with that. But I'll have your mom on the phone if I need to. We will get you home without anybody knowing. And as far as your classes go, I'll email all of the teachers that you have left today, and I'll just tell them that there's something going on and that you're up in the office and to please send your work up so that you can complete it before you go home. I think this might actually work. Oh, I'm gonna make it work. We're gonna make this work for you, okay? Excuse me, you needed 2 jackets? Oh, thank you so much, nurse. Yeah, okay. Once you get back upstairs, will you have the custodian come down? There won't be anybody in here, but the class will be open. I'll leave some instructions on this table over here. Okay. Thank you. Okay, which one of these jackets is more you? I actually have one just like that one at home. Perfect. Go ahead and tie that around your waist, and then if anybody sees you in the hallway on your way up, you had that in your locker all day long. You got it out, but your mom called ahead and said that she's coming to pick you up, so you have to go up to the office right now. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. Honestly, this is the least we can do for students having a crisis. As you're going through your genealogy labs, please remember that you are using a capital letter for dominant genes and a lowercase letter for recessive genes. Are there any questions before we get started? I have a question. Sure, Cameron, what's up? Do we have to do like all of the animals and the people in this lab? Well, if you and your lab partner read the instructions, you will see that... Oh, okay. All right, I got it. Thanks, teacher. You're welcome, and don't hesitate to ask questions as you're working through the lab. Don't forget to calculate probability on this one. Yeah. That was fast. Good work. Teacher? Hey, Cameron, what is it? So I got to the part where we're looking at our own features and comparing them to our parents. Uh-huh. Well, I have a lot of features that, like, don't match my parents at all. Well, you have to remember that humans are incredibly complex beings, far more complex than, say, the mouse that's in our lab. Yeah. So if you're seeing dominant genes shine through where your parents are recessive or vice versa, you have to remember that this goes back through generation after generation after generation of your genes, and it could just be an anomaly, and honestly, being rare like that is pretty cool. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Thanks, teacher. See you tomorrow. Bye, Cameron. Have a good day. These labs are looking good. Are you Cameron's teacher? Hi, I am. Come on in. What can I do for you? For starters, you can explain yourself. Explain what? The first thing you can do is explain yourself. Explain what? Cameron told me about your little genealogy lab. It is a biology class, so yes, we do cover genetics as outlined in the syllabus. Huh. Well, Cameron brought his home and he had all kinds of questions for me. I do remember talking to Cameron about the part where they're looking at some of their own features and comparing them to their parents. Exactly. You had no right to tell Cameron that his father isn't his father. I'm sorry. I didn't do that. You had no right to tell him that, and now my husband is going to be asking me questions as well, and now I'm going to have to tell them that because of your little genealogy project, our entire family is going to fall apart? What, nothing to say for yourself? Would you consider yourself a parent who's involved in your child's life? Of course I am. Now you're questioning my parenting? No, just establishing that you're involved in processes like when he chose his classes for this school year? Of course, we always make those decisions together to ensure his future. Right, so there were 3 different science classes that Cameron could have taken, and each one had a description, so if you were sitting there with him as you're telling me that you were, yeah, then why would you allow him to sign up for a class that would potentially out this little secret of yours? But, I did not tell Cameron that his father isn't his father. In fact, I explained that your genes are very complex because we are complex beings, and all of the genetic traits he was seeing could have come from 1 or 2 or 3 generations back, and that it was pretty cool to be rare like that. So when he was asking me about all of his other relatives, he was probably just trying to figure out who he looks like. Oh. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that some of these emotions I'm seeing right now were also displayed in your conversation with Cameron. How am I going to explain that now? Well, far be it for me to tell you how to handle your personal business, but I think now would be a good time to have a conversation with your son. If I tell my son, I have to tell my husband. And I do not want the details of why that's going to be a hard conversation. This is your conversation to have. Well, Cameron's 15 and I've been married for 18 years. That is exactly the information I did not want to know. Have a conversation with your child, please, because this is not my business. Well, then you shouldn't have done the project. And you shouldn't have had your child sign up for a class that had genealogy lab in the course description. Have a conversation with your son. I'm sorry it happened this way, but now it's, I guess, out. And you're going to have to figure out a way to navigate that. Yeah. All right. Bye. You have a good day, too. I'm sorry that it happened this way, but you're going to have to figure out how to navigate this one. Yeah. Fine. Bye. You have a good day, too. Back to grading. Teacher? Cameron! Did I just see my mom going around the corner? Was she here? She did come and talk to me, yes. All right. Was she mad? Mad? Yeah, so I was asking her some questions last night because of our lab, and I was trying to figure out which of my relatives I look most alike, and then she got, really, really mad, and she said she was going to come in here and rip you a new one. Well, I don't understand. Why is she mad about this? I mean, it's possible that she thought that we were, drawing blood, and there are certain religions that are really against drawing blood. We're not religious, though. I mean, it could also be that, if she thought we were drawing blood, maybe there was an issue with maybe sanitary precautions and, fear of bloodborne pathogens and stuff like that. Is that what she said she was mad about? I'm not totally sure about all the details. I think maybe you should just talk to your mom about this one. Teacher, what do you know? Not enough to give you the answers that you're wanting. So I need to talk to my mom? Yes, please, go talk to your mom about it. All right, I'll see you in class. All right, how much time do I have? 4th hour. Come on in, everybody. It's so good to see all of you. Teacher. Cameron. So I had a really long talk with my mom last night. Okay, did it go all right? Well, I think you know. I can't really say with any kind of certainty what I do or don't know. My mother broke down and told me that she told you that my father's not my father. She cheated on him when he was in basic training and she got pregnant with me. She didn't tell me all of that. Well, on the plus side, I already know who my biological father is. That's a plus. Yeah, he's in prison. But at the very least, I can get my accurate medical history now. So I guess thanks for doing the lab. It kind of forced the truth out of her. Saying you're welcome just doesn't really seem appropriate in this situation, so I'll save you the trouble of trying to come up with something appropriate or helpful. I'm okay. Just know that. I'm okay. Okay, if you ever decide that you are not okay, we do have some really, really excellent counselors here, and they have a lot of extra resources if you should ever need any. Honestly, just kind of watching you squirm about it is, making me feel a lot better, so, let's have a good class. Okay, let's start class. Miss Mink, there's a fight. Ooh, we need assistance in the music hall. Assistance in the music hall, please. Come on, get off each other. Move, go. Yeah, I've got the radio. Right now? In your room? Yeah, okay. We need assistance in Miss Miller's room immediately. Hey, did anyone oh God. Help, please. Whoa, buddy, get off. Hey, do you guys even have the radios on up here? Yeah, why? We keep calling for assistance and nobody ever shows up. What is going on? Well, look, we radio the admin, but we're not allowed to leave the office, so somebody should get there when they can. When they can, right. Oh my God, not again. Oh, we need admin to the lower grade hallway immediately. There's a fight. You needed to see me? Yeah, you can't say fight on the radio. See that doesn't happen ever again. Huh. Are you going to see to it that you never ignore one of our calls for assistance ever again? We get to them when we can. Well, if me saying the word fight is the only thing that gets you off your duff, I think I'll keep using it. Have a good one. Rude. All right, everybody. My name is Miss McKay. I'm going to be your substitute today for biology. Do you like biology? I definitely like it, but if I'm being perfectly honest with everybody, I was more of a geology girl in school, so the biology stuff, I mean, I know the basics, but I'm probably not quite where you guys are with all of this, so you might need to help me with these lessons just a little bit. Oh, we've done this thing before where like we get the worksheets or whatever the teacher has left for us and we kind of turn it into like a scavenger hunt to see who can find the answers first. And then whoever does, we learn it really well and then we start sharing it with others until everybody feels like they can teach it to somebody else. Do you think we could do that? That actually sounds wonderful. Maybe you guys could teach me a few things. Yes! Is there a worksheet? There is. Do you want to pass them out for everybody? Yes, please. You guys are doing really good with this. I don't even know if I...
Attention staff, look down now.
Is that for real? I don't even know what to do. What do I do? Teacher, go lock the door. I don't have a key. They didn't give you a key? We have to hide. Where do we hide? It's supposed to go in the science closet. Come on. Everybody over here. It's locked. What do we do now? Everybody get behind the tables. Turn them over. Get behind the tables now. Miss McKay, are you coming back here with us? No. Somebody has to protect you. Can you block the door with something? Hold it closed, anything. It opens to the outside. There's nothing I can do. Miss McKay, please come hide with us. I don't think that I... Shh. Somebody's coming. Shut up. They're next door. Everybody, find something you can throw. Maybe we can distract them. Miss McKay, here, take this. Thank you. I don't hear anything. Does anybody know what the all clear sign is? There would be an announcement on the speakers. Yeah, unless they got killed. Shut up. Obviously, we wouldn't be clear. There would be an announcement. Okay. I'm gonna go check and see if we can maybe run. No, we're not supposed to do that unless they say evacuate and run. But if the ghost is clear, then maybe... Then run. But if the ghost is clear, then maybe... What the hell are you doing? Don't you know we're under a lockdown? A lot of you were supposed to be locked in that closet over there. What the hell is this, your first day? What's the problem, Tony? This idiot teacher's got all the kids just out in the classroom. What? Good God. Woman, get these children in that closet now. Come on, we gotta go. But You heard the man, now! I don't have a key. Miss McKay, we're gonna be all right. Take deep breaths. Miss McKay, come on, please hide with us. I still have to protect you.
Attention staff, lockdown has been canceled. You may go about your normal activities.
It's all clear. Yeah, my brother just texted me that it was a fake threat. Somebody did this on social media and they caught him and it's over. Okay, let's everybody, get back to our seats. And Miss McKay, are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay now. It's okay. You're so not okay, though. Really, Miss McKay, it's all right. We get these, like, twice a month at least. You get false alarms every month? Yeah, pretty much. Kids just don't want to go to school, and so they think they can get away with making a fake threat and not having anyone find out who they are. And they always do. They just think they're being sneaky about it. You're telling me that this school is aware that there are fake threats every month and they never even bothered to give me a key or even the basic instructions of what to do in the event of a false alarm? That's pretty much what this amounts to. Alright, we're watching Disney Plus for the rest of the day. Cool by me. She's never coming back though, is she? Oh, absolutely not. No freaking way is she ever coming back here.